There are plenty of things to appreciate and critique about Sonic games, but today we are going to focus on the positives. We'll be figuring out the absolute best parts of every Sonic game. Starting with Sonic the Hedgehog. The best part of this game is Green Hill Zone. Now this zone isn't just the start of Sonic's journey, it's a masterclass in level design, fast-paced, visually memorable, and the soundtrack is impeccable. And it's also filled with secret paths that the more you play, the more you discover. It's set to standard for Sonic's platforming legacy, and there's a reason why it's been redone so many times. Next is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The introduction of the spin dash. Now, the reason why I think this is the best part of this game is, well, it revolutionized how players approach the game. It allowed Sonic to build momentum quickly, it allowed you to go even faster than before, and the level design that accompanied this new addition definitely assisted a lot. Next is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, I am notorious for disliking this game, so you may disagree with whatever I have to say. Now, the best part about this game is, if I didn't get it right, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think the best thing is, but the best part of this game is the soundtrack. With some of the soundtracks made by the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, it's not a question that the soundtrack of this game was gonna be impeccable. Like, just listen to how good this sounds. Next is Sonic CD. Now, I really think the soundtrack of this game is incredible as well, as are a lot of Sonic games as well, so I don't really want to use that again, so I'll say the best part of this game is Stardust Speedway. In this zone, you have a boss fight that's more like a race against Metal Sonic, and who does not love that? Sonic racing somebody that's supposed to be on the same level as him is incredible, and you know what? Let's add the soundtrack on top of that as well, because as okay as Sonic CD is as a whole, Stardust Speedway is an iconic part of Sonic history. Next is Sonic Adventure. The best part about this game is momentum. The momentum in this game never stops. Arguably, this game has the best flow of any Sonic game of all time. There's rarely a moment in this game where you have to stop, and that is what makes this the best part of Sonic Adventure. Next is Sonic Adventure 2. Now, the best part about this game is the story. This game was plagued by having 60% of the game not even being Sonic and Shadow, but that doesn't matter as much when the story is very character-driven, and that includes a fan-favorite character with Shadow the Hedgehog, introducing him as a rival and enemy to Sonic at the beginning, as well as explaining his dark backstory and how those events tied into current events and giving him his satisfying redemption arc at the end that made fans fall in love with this character even more, begging Sega to bring him back somehow, even though he literally died at the end of that game. Next is Sonic Heroes. Best part about this game, honestly, I'm really split on what the best part of this game is, because I'd like to say the twist at the end is the best part, but also the team mechanic is also an incredible part of this game because it's very unique, and specifically to Sonic Heroes, switching between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in real time to take different paths and do different challenges, added variety and strategy to each level, making for a dynamic gameplay experience. And this is the only Sonic game, like I said before, like this is the only Sonic game that does this, so for me, that's gonna be the best part. Next is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Next is Sonic 06. Now, the best part about this game is the music. Say what you want about this game being horrible and has no redeemable qualities, but its soundtrack remains a standout. It's like they threw the entire budget at the music and did not worry about anything else. Next is Sonic and the Secret Rings. Now, I feel like for lower tier Sonic games, we kind of have to say that the best part of them is the soundtrack, and I hate using the same thing multiple times, but can you blame me? But you know what? We're not gonna use it. We're not gonna use it again. So I will go with the unique Arabian Nights theme. Now, the theme of this game being surrounded with the Arabian Nights and all that. Now, the game's storybook aesthetic and setting were refreshing, giving Sonic a whole new world to explore with its own flavor and atmosphere. Like, everything in this game was unique to this game, and we have not seen it in any other Sonic game, as well as Black Knight. But this game did it better. I don't care. Next is Sonic Unleashed. Now, the best part about this game, well, first of all, this is my favorite Sonic game of all time. It is truly difficult to single something out, so I will say the best part of this game are the daytime stages. The high-speed, accelerating daytime stages showcase Sonic at his peak, racing through beautiful designed environments throughout the world with fluid gameplay, with, in my opinion, like, you can disagree, I don't care, but in my opinion, the best level design of any Sonic game. Next is Sonic and the Black Knight. The best part about this game is Sonic's character. In this game, it's perfect. His personality is at his best. Here, his confidence, he's also snarky. Like, in my opinion, we got some of his best and most iconic lines in this game. Next is Sonic Colors. The best part about this game are the Wisps. This game introduced the Wisps. These fellas are great and do all kinds of different things. One is a laser, one is spikes, one is a drill, and there are many others, and they serve such a unique part of this game that makes this game similarly replayable like Sonic Heroes, because depending on the level, there's always going to be a different pathway and different wisp to use. Next is Sonic Generations. Now, I know I did say that the best level design of any Sonic game is Sonic Unleashed, but the best part about this game is its level design. Now, the level design of this game, it's peak. There is no other word to describe it. An absolute masterclass of level design, specifically modern Sonic stages. Now, classic Sonic stages, on the other hand, there's some of them that kind of struggle with this. Quest City. But the highs of this game, such as Modern City Escape, Speed Highway, Seaside Hill, are just some examples of perfect ways to design a level. Next is Sonic Lost World. Now, this is another subpar Sonic game that I would usually say that the soundtrack is the best part of it, but unfortunately the soundtrack for this game is also lackluster. Like, when a game is mediocre like this, it's extremely hard to pinpoint something that is the best because nothing really stands out. So, you know what? We're gonna add parkour. The thing is, the game ramps up the difficulty a little too early, so getting used to the parkour controls is a bit difficult, but once you get used to it, they're really fun. Next is Sonic Boom. This is so hard. Oh my god. But I'm gonna have to say character interactions. Despite its flaws, its many flaws, well, honestly, the game is literally just flaws. There's one little thing that carried over from the show, which was a really good show, by the way. If you haven't watched the Sonic Boom show, it's a really good show. But it is the character interactions. The game featured some, and I mean some entertaining and humorous dialogue that showcased Sonic's newish personality and chemistry with his friends. So I guess maybe that's the best part of it, but if we were in for real, there's nothing good about this game. Next is Sonic Mania. Now, the best part about this game is the physics. This is classic Sonic at its peak, and it took a group of fans to get there. Classic Sonic has literally never controlled better than in this game. Next is Sonic Forces. The best part about this game is the environment. This game is beautiful, and it's crazy how they didn't capitalize on how good this game looks and made yet another mediocre entry to the Sonic franchise. But hey, at least it looks good. Next is Sonic Frontiers. Now, come on, we already know what the best part about this game is, and that is the bosses. The bosses are the absolute joy on Sonic Frontiers, from the music to the unique gameplay you get with each boss. It's no surprise that this is what I myself, and as well as many other fans, believe is the best part of this game. Next is Sonic Superstars. So the best part about this game, well, there are two things that I believe are the best part of this game, but of course there can only be one, and that is the Chaos Emerald powers and the co-op. But I'm sure that not many of you have actually used the co-op mode, as you have no friends. So we are going to go with the Chaos Emerald powers. Now, these are unique abilities that you unlock throughout the game as you get the emeralds, and while not the most useful, I mean, I still really like that they gave the Chaos Emeralds more powers, and I'd like to see them implement them more in more future games. And last but certainly not least, Sonic X Shadow Generations, specifically Shadow Generations. Now, I would love to say that the best part of this game is quite literally everything, because man, everything is perfect, from the level design, the story, the soundtrack, the characters. Like, what is there to pick if everything in this game can be considered the best? Shadow. Shadow himself is the best part of this game. His character evolves so much throughout the story as we begin the story with Shadow's anger, and as the story goes on, he lets go of that anger and lets go of his past. We see him grieve at the end of the game and, well, show emotion, and it's truly a sight to see our once edgy Hedgehog finally feel. And that about wraps up the best parts of every Sonic game. Whether it's classic Sonic, modern Sonic, there's always something memorable that makes each game special. Let me know if I got everything right in the comments down below, and if I didn't, let me know what you would change them with. Also, just to let you guys know that I started membership, so if you guys do want to join the membership program for my channel, go ahead and press that join button down below. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content, and see you guys next time.